What's up, everybody? It's your boy Change Agent Cooper coming to you live from Asheville, North Carolina. Hashtag 828 is great. Hashtag Appalachia strong. And you know I specialize in that firearm. And the arm means advocacy, recruiting, mentoring. That's the firearm, baby. Let's go. So I wanted to talk a little bit about long-term structure today. So a lot of people that are struggling with substance use disorder are people, that have not had an opportunity to go to treatment. There's a lot of people that can't afford to go to treatment. The availability for treatment ain't there. But, for some of these people that hit a rock bottom, they willing to do whatever it takes. And long-term treatment is definitely the solution for them. Because for me, I had to be removed from my environment in order for me to dispel some of those faulty belief systems and establish new core beliefs, which means recovery is an internal inside job that has to be done, and it was hard for me to get that done in my current environment, so I had to be removed, and I had to have long-term structure. Now, granted, everybody can't afford treatment, but there's other ways that you can get long-term structure too, and that's why I'm so passionate about returning citizen affairs, because a lot of people that are getting out of prison, they got that gift of desperation. They remember what them doors sound like. And y'all remember I did them doors before. I'm going to do them one more time for y'all if you didn't see the last video. The doors sound like this. Count time. Ooh, I just had a flashback. But ain't nobody trying to go back to that. People are willing to do whatever it takes. And these are the people that I want to support. These are the people that need the wraparound services, the certified peer support, mentoring, connecting them to livable wage employment opportunities, job trainings, making sure they connect with mental health services, facilitating the connections to any entitlement benefits that they need. But these people with the gift of desperation that are coming from long-term structure, these are the people that we got to rally around because they are serious and they felt enough pain, they've hit a bottom, and they got the gift of desperation. Now, let's talk about long-term treatment. Like, you couldn't convince me to go to long-term treatment when I was doing my thing because I hadn't felt enough pain yet. I hadn't hit a real bottom yet. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I didn't come from a family that had enough money to be able to make it rain on the fancy treatment. That's the long-term. And to be real with you, I do groups at a lot of places. And I've mentioned long-term treatment to people before, and wasn't nobody trying to hear that. But a lot of times people ain't trying to hear that because they might not have felt enough pain yet. They still trying to dictate what support and what help looks like. That means they ain't humble enough. But anyway, one thing I learned in recovery is you could be humble or be humiliated. Humiliation worked just fine for me. It brought the pain that was needed for me to change. And when you felt enough pain, you will change. As a matter of fact, we say when the pain of remaining the same becomes greater than the pain of change, we change. And see, a lot of people that ain't willing to go to long-term treatment, they can end up hitting their head and end up going to prison. And then what's the common denominator between long-term treatment and long-term prison sentences? Long-term structure. And that's what a lot of people need. Structure. It's all about structure. I used to do intakes for one of the treatment centers around here. And I remember on the phone, we were asked so why is it that you're choosing to come to this program? What is it that this program can provide for you? And believe it or not, a lot of these people that were transitioning to this program after their 30-day treatment or detox or whatever, what they would say on the phone was, I need this program because I need structure in my life. And that is the answer, is structure. We need structure. You want to talk substance use disorder solutions, opioid response solutions? Let's go with long-term treatment so they can get long-term structure. And if they ain't felt enough pain, you can't force change on nobody. You got to let them be. And then you got another population of people that you can undergird and support. And that's who I really, really am most passionate about helping. And that is the people who are being released from incarceration. Because they're coming from feeling that pain. You know what I'm saying? They got the gift of desperation, right? And real quick, let me hit you with some stats. Focusing on this population, the formerly incarcerated. Did you know that those who are being released from incarceration are 40 times more likely to overdose on opioids within the first 2 weeks of release from prison? Did you know that those who are being released from prison within the first 2 weeks are 74 times more likely to overdose from heroin? So you want to talk substance use solutions? Let's talk about supporting those people who are being released from prison and released from incarceration. Let's talk about connecting in with certified peer support specialists. They can facilitate the connections to the resources. Don't just give them a list of resources. Hold their hand till they get there, because their life may be dependent upon it. As a matter of fact, their life is dependent upon it. You heard the stats. My name is Change Agent Cooper, coming to you live from Asheville, North Carolina, dropping it about that long-term structure, and I'm going to keep spitting the same message over and over because it is that important to be consistent. Philip Cooper, I go by the name of Change Agent Cooper, and I want you to remember, perseverance versus everything.